principal abuses a special needs student, throws the student to the wall. Let's put up the screenshots from the video of this horrific incident that took place in Texas. You see that? Now I want to put up the picture of the assistant principal who did it. In Round Rock, Texas, an administrator is no longer working at a school for special education students after a surveillance video showed him grabbing a 14-year-old student and then tossing him into a room where the student hit his head on the wall. According to the Atlanta Black Star and Fox 7 Austin, Jacob Thomas, the assistant principal at Round Rock, was the administrator accused of throwing the young student into the wall earlier this year. Surveillance video showing the student attempting to leave the school's cool down room and Thomas grabbing him and tossing him into back into the room where he hit his head on the wall. The student's mother, whose name is Tatiana Alfano, was notified via phone about the incident, but a staff member said he was defiant, talking about her son, the student, was defiant, and he hit his head because of his own actions. Then she saw the video. Alfano got an attorney and started reaching out, which prompted an investigation by the school on the incident. Round Rock issued the following statement about their investigation. The district's investigation is complete. The staff member is still employed, but not assigned to Goals Learning Center. He is currently working on administrative projects at the district central office. It sounds like a promotion. Alfano, unsatisfied with the outcome, reached out to the Department of Family and Protective Services, who told her the case was ruled out and said it was reasonable to conclude that the alleged abuse and neglect did not occur. But see, we have the video. It did occur. We see it. It happened. They lied about how he was injured. Why did they lie about it? Because they knew if they told the truth, you are now admitting to criminal facts on record. The mother leaks the video to get justice, okay? So the child's mother, once faced with this kind of systemic cover-up and corruption, decided to release the video to prove that an administrator did in fact throw and pin her son against the wall for at least 4 minutes after the school said that whole thing was ruled out. The school district offered her $10,000 to take down the video. That's called a bribe. And they wanted her to sign an NDA. That's a non-disclosure agreement, so she could not legally talk about it. After it posted on social media, her lawyer said, Ms. Alfano declined. She says the goal is to make change the definition of abuse, and get the school to make amends, the news outlet reported. The Texas Education Agency is now also investigating the incident. TEA can confirm that the educator in question currently has an investigatory flag on their certificate. Since the matter remains ongoing, we cannot comment further at this time, they said in a statement. Let's put up the superintendent of schools, okay? Dr. Aziz is the superintendent of schools for Round Rock ISD. Here's the thing, Doc. You have an opportunity to do right by this young person who is special needs and at an institution where the teachers are trained to work with special needs students. Now, beyond the superintendent, what in the hell is the district attorney doing? There's a crime here. Is there a criminal investigation? In addition to the administrative investigation, also, how in the hell does somebody commit abuse of a child and get a job at the headquarters of the school system? Everybody, every school teacher, virtually, they want to get that kind of job, an administrative job, working from that central location. They tend to have a little more power and control over their careers. So it sounds like, to me, he got a promotion after this insane activity. And if he did nothing wrong, why was he removed from students? Why did you feel it necessary to take him away from students if he did nothing wrong? If there was no abuse, as you said in the beginning of this story, if no abuse took place, why did you move him? Doc, thoughts here?
A crime, a cover-up, a systemic problem, very clear. And the other part is none of this would have come out if it wasn't for the mother. So how much of this is happening and nobody knows about it? This is probably the one case we know about. Bigger question, what's the role of schools right now? I mean, that seems to be the national debate that we're having. And there are so many instances right now of people, teachers who aren't trained, or putting in teachers who are patriotic, or in Florida, their requirement for being a teacher is not teacher training. It's that they were in the military, or they're the spouse of somebody in the military. So what do we want our schools to be doing, really, I think is an urgent question for our country right now.
Very well said.